With my $30, I need to complete an entire outfit. This means a top, a bottom, potential accessories, shoes, and outerwear. If I find a dress as an option, that counts as both a top and a bottom. My style requirements for this outfit is that it has to be fall theme because we are here in October, so this outfit needs to be fall appropriate. I do have a teensy little bit of leeway with this because I do live in California, so my fall weather appropriate outfit might look a little bit different than yours. The fourth rule is that for styling this outfit, I can't use anything from my own personal closet, so we have to get as close to a completed outfit as physically possible with my $30 budget. And if I fail at any of these four rules, there is going to be a consequence, which I am totally not looking forward to. The consequence, if I can't meet these rules for this thrift challenge, is that I have to take all of the pieces that I purchase at the thrift store and sew a completely new outfit. This is a terrible consequence because one, I actually don't have time in my schedule to sew a completely new outfit. And two, if I actually really like the pieces I brought home, I'm not going to want to rip them apart and turn them into something different. And then three, what if I fail at that too? I'll let you guys be the judge if we get there, and you will be in charge of what the consequence is for the next time I do a thrift store budget challenge. Anyways, let's go to the thrift store. This thrift store never lets me down. I always find something here, and they usually have a color tag on discount, and today it was orange tags. But as I started to look around, I was noticing that it was looking a little more sparse than usual. I started to go through the tank tops over on the side here. Not that I was, I don't know, even really expecting to see anything, because I could kind of see everything just looking at the rack, and there wasn't a lot of options to work with. I went over to the scarves kind of hoping that I could make something work, but the only one I was interested had a lot of fraying on it and wasn't really going to work. I started to check out the belts, and this one was really cool. I liked the shape of it, but then I found this belt, and lo and behold, it had an orange tag. I really liked it because it had this kind of Western vibe, and it was a neutral color, so I just threw it in the basket because I thought it could be something we could work with later. This white set, I was honestly so excited when I saw this. I love plisé sets like this. I feel like they're so comfy, and honestly, I put it in my basket fully expecting to hide this as a purchase from you guys as just some loungewear of something that I wanted to wear, but we will see if I ended up actually getting it or not. I went through all the dresses, and even though some of them were cute and fun, I didn't really find anything that was too much of my vibe. I did stumble across this one though, and I really like the color of it. I feel like it's a nice fall color. It had pretty beading and embroidery on it, so I thought we would just go ahead and throw it in the cart just to give it a go. Try it on, see what happens. It was at this point that I really started to assess my strategy. Given that there was going to be a consequence, I was almost wondering if I should purposefully buy something that would need a thrift flip anyways for it to work for me, or if I should stay committed and actually really go for it and try to find a full-on outfit. That is honestly my struggle all the time with sewing, is that I'll see something at the thrift store and I'll just kind of buy it anyways because I know how to sew. It's a blessing and a curse. There was such limited options, but when I went over to the jackets, I instantly found this gorgeous, gorgeous girl. It is a Calvin Klein suede jacket in this really beautiful gray color. I loved all of the zipper hardware over it. I thought it was so stunning, so she instantly went in the bag. In terms of outerwear, I wasn't seeing too much else until I stumbled across this little tweed set. And honestly, these sets, I think for this challenge, were going to be my lifesaver because it's a 2-for-1. So given that it had a skirt and a jacket, I threw it in the cart. I don't know if I just went to the thrift store on the wrong day or if it's because we're not, well, I don't know. We are in full fall. It's October, but I was really disappointed by the lack of inventory. And same with the shoes. I had a feeling shoes were going to be my absolute hardest thing about this challenge, and it was proving to be so. However, I did find these so beautiful, gorgeous red Calvin Klein shoes, and I didn't end up getting them, which is heartbreaking. That is the only spoiler I will give you for now. I did put them in the cart because I was just praying that for some reason they would work with something in my cart for making an outfit. I was feeling kind of discouraged and sort of started to repeat sections, so I went through the shirts again, I went through the pants again, thinking that I could find something else, but all I really found was this top that I wasn't that excited about, and I kind of already knew it was going to be a no, but I figured, hey, let's just try it on anyways. I worked my way back into the pants section, and if I'm being honest, I never really have luck with pants at the thrift store, so I don't exactly know what I was thinking going into the pants section. I have thick thighs and a smaller waist in comparison to my hips and my legs, so finding pants is always really hard. I did find this white pair, and I thought that they were nice. They were just a simple pant, so I threw it in the cart. Did I try it on? No, I did not. After going through the pants section a little bit more thoroughly this second time around, I made my way back to the shorts and the skirts, and I found this pair of shorts and I picked them up and I was like, these are really ugly, but would they be cuter if I hemmed them? There was nothing against the rules of hemming things, so I thought, okay, if it works, maybe I can hem it. I also found these shorts, which I thought were super, super cute, and I went ahead and threw them in the cart as well. They're kind of boring and simple, but I figured, I don't know, sometimes boring and simple is okay, especially for an outfit challenge like this. Okay, and this skirt is stunning. I thought the print was so fun. The colors are very, very fall in my opinion, with the teal and the red, so I threw her in our bag, and then I found this skirt, a cutie pie little red skirt. We threw it in the bag as well. It was definitely worth adding to the cart. I was definitely having better luck in the skirt section because I found two skirts right next to each other that I actually really liked, and the first one was this light teal skirt, originally from Forever 21, and this one, the camera is not doing justice to the color. This was a lot more blue, like a seafoam blue than it appears on camera, and I also found this one. I thought it was really pretty, but it wasn't my vibe, and also it looked really big. That was kind of the end of the skirt selection, and after going through the skirts a second time, I figured I should go through the sweaters a second time, and when I did, I found this one, and the fabric on this sweater is so unbelievably soft. I also really liked the color and the style of it. I thought it was very fall and totally fit with the energy of the questionable outfit that I was trying to create. And now it was time to try everything on, and yes, those are fitting rooms behind me. Are they open? No. So I had to try everything on in the, I don't know, technology toaster section. I started with the Calvin Klein jacket. It had a little rip in the lining, but it really wasn't a big deal. And instantly when I put it on, I knew that this had to be part of the outfit. How I was going to make that work, I wasn't totally sure yet, but I fell in love with this jacket. I thought it would look really nice paired with the dress because I thought the colors would go really well together. And after I put the dress on, I wasn't really sold with how it looked on me. It was giving me witchy fairy energy, which I like, but it just wasn't fitting the way that I would have wished that it did. And I thought it looked really nice with the jacket. I think the colors go really well together, but I wasn't sold, but this was a maybe. The next try on was this navy tweed set, and I kind of had the same mindset about this. I wasn't thrilled on the length of the skirt, but I figured if I ended up getting it, I could just hem it really quick. After putting it on, the sleeves were just too short for my liking, and then we were moving on to this white shirt, which I knew was a no, and instantly as I put it on, I just took it right on off. I had a really strong feeling that this sweater was going to be the sweater. It was really comfortable. I felt like it was also decently flattering on me, and especially with this little Forever 21 skirt that I found, I thought it would be so darling. It was too big, so I would have to take it in at the sides, but I thought that the colors looked so nice together. And then I went ahead and tried on the other skirt as well. Again, the camera is not doing this skirt justice. It was cute, I promise, but it was also a no. As adorable as I think this red skirt was, I just knew that it wasn't my vibe, so I put it down. And also same with the teal skirt. I knew that it just wasn't my vibe, so I didn't bother trying it on. I also had the same energy for the two pairs of shorts that I picked out. I just knew that they were gonna be no's, so I didn't even bother myself with it. I did play around with the idea of the shorts and the jacket and the sweater, but they were just gonna be a no. The last thing I had to try on was the plisé set, and I thought that the top might be really pretty with the skirt, which I definitely think it is, especially when I added the belt. It definitely leaned into that Western aesthetic, which I thought was really cute. It was okay with the jacket. It wasn't my favorite. For some reason, I had it in my head that this set would not look good with the jacket, and that's why I tried it on last, but I was kind of falling in love with it the second after I put it on, especially when I got got the idea to use the belt to cinch in the waist. Oh my gosh, I feel like this is so cute. Of course, I had to retry it on with the jacket now, and I was so into this vibe. I feel like it was really working. 12 out of 10. We found the outfit. I got so lucky with that white set being sold as one for $8.99. The belt was $2 and the jacket was $13. So all in all, at the first thrift store, we spent $23.98, which meant that we had $6.02 to work with for our shoes. I can't believe we found an entire outfit at that thrift store. I genuinely was so unsure. I feel like I did screw myself a little bit by spending $13 on the jacket. We have $6 for a pair of shoes, and I want a pair of boots to go with this outfit. Will we be able to do that? I genuinely don't know. I am going to try another thrift store because there was no shoes at this one. And if that one's a flop, I have some other thrift stores I can go to, but we only have $6. We're exclusively looking at shoes. Immediately walking in, there were shoes everywhere. Thank goodness, right? Until I looked at the price tag, and a lot of them were like $20 or $30. This is when I knew I was absolutely screwed for this challenge. This section of shoes were all in my size, and there just wasn't any options within my budget, which was super unfortunate. I tried these loafers, but they were $8. Oh, so close. All right, well, that one was a bust. I have one other thrift store I think I can go to, maybe two. I'm honestly stressing so hard about this because I do not want to take apart that jacket. I don't want to take apart the white set because I'm in love with the outfit. I am determined not to fail this challenge. At this point, I kind of don't even care about the shoes. Originally, I wanted a pair of boots. I think I'm realizing that that is not going to happen. I'm feeling extreme pressure not to fail this challenge because I love the outfit that I have made. I love it. I love it. I don't want to destroy it. $6.02. That's all I have left. This actually used to be an old Joann's, but a thrift store recently moved in, and I was really hopeful that they would have a giant selection, and they're definitely working on getting more inventory in, and the shoe selection reflected that. It was decently sparse. And not only that, but everything was $10 or $12 and not within my budget, which was absolutely heartbreaking. I was unwilling to destroy the jacket and the plisé set that I had just bought. My determination was kicking into high gear, and so was my desperation at this point. They had cute shoes, but none of them were $6 or less. So, okay, my sneaky self, I think I found a loophole. I Googled Goodwill coupon codes, and it looks like if you sign up for their newsletter every single month, you get 20% off one purchase. So what did I do? I went ahead and I signed up for the newsletter, and I theoretically have a 20% off coupon, which is perfect because guess how much Goodwill shoes are? $6.99. $6.99. So if this works, I will get a pair of shoes within my budget. And if it doesn't work, then I'm screwed. I thought I was being so creative with my coupon, and immediately walking into Goodwill, I found these boots. I originally did want to pair this outfit with boots because it would genuinely just be the cutest, until I realized the boots were $10, and even with my coupon, I would still come in over budget. Okay, my hack didn't work, but not because the coupon didn't work, and I realized the shoes were gonna be $10. So even if I had 20% off, they were still gonna be over budget. So on to the next thrift store. I'm stressed, girl. I really had no hope at this point. And when I walked into this thrift store, the last thing that I expected to see was a pair of nude shoes that went with my outfit for $4. What? In total, at the fifth and final thrift store, we spent $4, which is actually so insane. And I am so thankful that the thrift stores in my town do not have sales tax, because otherwise I would not have made this challenge at all. Oh my God, I did it! Yay! It's not a pair of shoes I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna give them to my mom, but just for the sake of this challenge, they'll work. Are they the perfect shoe for the outfit? No, but they were $4. So I came $2.02 under budget, and I get to give my mom a present. So I feel like that is a win. I think the luckiest part, well, actually no, the shoes were the luckiest part, but the fact that this white set was sold as one item was the saving grace I didn't know that I needed. To me, this is the kind of set that you can dress up or down. It's a good airport outfit, being loungy and cozy around the house, or if it's styled right, I feel like it's also such a cute going out outfit. This jacket is the jacket that I honestly have been looking for such a long time. I have a pair of gray suede boots and I have been needing a jacket to match them, and this jacket seriously matches them perfectly. So I'm very excited about this just to have in my personal wardrobe, but also with the whole outfit as a total, I feel like it adds that perfect fall touch. The belt really ties the whole thing together. Honestly, this set would not look good as an outfit without this belt, so we love her. And last but not least, the star of the show are $4 shoes. They are half a size too small for me, but thank goodness they fit my mom perfectly. So not only did I get to win this challenge, but I get to give my mom a little gift from it. I don't know what came into my head to make me put a belt with this set, but I actually love it so much. I feel like this isn't how I would normally style something, but just playing dress up in the thrift store really inspired me to try this out, and I love how it came out. Are the shoes my ideal shoes for this outfit? Absolutely not. I would love to wear a pair of boots with this. I feel like it would look so much more chic, but honestly, when in doubt, always wear a nude pair of shoes just because it kind of matches the color of your skin and it gives that barefoot aesthetic. They go with anything and everything, and it's such an easy out when you don't know what kind of shoes to wear. Wear something that is your skin tone. This thrift challenge was honestly so much fun to film and try. I've never done a challenge like this before, so if you are into challenge videos, give this one a thumbs up and comment any other fashion challenges that you would like to see from me in the future. And until next time, bye friends!